Good evening, and thank you for asking me to come and give a little history about the Dominican Center and its beginnings. For those of you who are wondering who this is talking to you, my name is Sister Ann Halloran, and Sister Ann Marie Doyle and I were the co-founders of the Dominican Center. At the beginning, I want to recognize with great and profound gratitude the residents of the 53206 area. They were the backbone and the real beginners of the Dominican Center. Without their leadership, relationship, and friendship, the center would not be operating today. My gratitude for them runs very deep. Secondly, I'll begin with giving you a little short narration of how we started. Originally, Sister Ann Marie Doyle and I opened the center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. However, after 2.5 years, the building we were rented was sold. Very sad news. But it turned into good news because our friend Maureen Gallagher, an administrator at the Archdiocese of Milwaukee, hearing that we were homeless, offered an invitation for us to come to Milwaukee and reestablish the center mission there. We accepted her invitation, came to Milwaukee, established the center, and now you are furthering it. Our founding principles were based on relationship, cooperation, and deeply equality. We did not come as leaders and shakers, we came as friends. Ann Marie and I possess some gifts. The St. Leo area community had many more gifts. We merged them, and the center became a place where we all grew into our potential, staff and participants. Again, I think of my gratitude for the Dominican Center neighborhood welcoming us into their community as friends. The long-term goal of the Dominican Center for Women was to make real our foundational principles of relationship, cooperation, and equality. We made an effort to do this by focusing on the 3 issues of housing, employment, and education. Education was a natural for us. We had been working in that area for a long time. Employment and housing were not our expertise. However, we knew people who had that expertise. We created partnerships with them, especially the City of Milwaukee housing staff and HUD, and they, along with a host of others, provided the expertise we needed. They were great mentors and supporters. The center's obligation was to create structures to bring all these things together and to have the people come, and come they did. Another hallmark of the center's mission was its deliberate cultivation of the arts. In addition to rehabbing homes and helping participants to obtain their GED, further education, and further employment, that includes all of the staff and all of the residents and all of the leaders, we wrote biographies, printed them as books, organized a resale store, created and performed dramas which were made up of original poetry and dance. We encouraged those at the center who were artists, and some of them became professionally recognized by the larger professional art community in Milwaukee. We studied, read, and wrote poetry and printed several books of it. We cooked delicious feasts for many and any occasion, and we went on tours to learn about others. We were educated and became actively engaged in the ecologically healthy form of gardening. The great Will Allen came and taught us all of that as a volunteer. All of the above required a lot of volunteers, and among them were retired teachers, pastors of the area churches, city employees, even the mayor, HUD employees, women's organizations, the local police center, master gardeners, teen volunteers, and the Catholic Heart Work Camp, which came each summer bringing adults and teens together to help with the rehabbing of our homes. And let me give a shout out to the various religious congregations of sisters. Our volunteers came from the School Sisters of Notre Dame, the Lake Franciscans, the Sisters of St. Agnes, and of course our local Dominican Sisters. Now, if I named all who made the center a family of friends, I would go way, way beyond my allotted 3-minute time. So I will mention only one. Mr. Wesley Landry. Wes was with the Dominican Center for Women from the beginning and is so rightly honored here tonight. I know all of the other original leaders will clap their hands at his recognition. I certainly will. And you, with your ongoing dedication, loyalty, and support, I think the Dominican Center for Women will continue to grow, expand, and thrive. In fact, I'm sure it will. So thank you for listening, and have a great time this evening.